On Monday, Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden commemorated Veterans Day together by placing a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. This was their first joint appearance since Harris's election loss. After that, they made their way to the Memorial Amphitheater at the cemetery, where Biden gave his farewell speech as Commander-in-Chief of the United States military, paying tribute to the service and sacrifice of American soldiers, especially those who gave their lives, as well as their families. Since you have protected us from generation to generation, it has been the utmost honor of my life to lead you, serve you, care for you, and defend you, Biden stated. You are, and I don't mean this in a hyperbolic way, the best fighting force in the world's history, the PACT Act, which Biden signed into law to improve health care for veterans who served at military installations that had burn pits that burn trash and other refuse, is now expanding its coverage to include more types of cancer, according to an announcement made by the Department of Veterans Affairs. Early in his succinct remarks, the president emphasized that the United States has a truly sacred obligation to train its troops for danger and to support them once they return home, or do not. Jill and I want you to know that we see you, we thank you, and will never stop working to meet our sacred obligation to you and your family, he said, addressing the military families, those with missing or unaccounted for loved ones, and all Americans grieving the loss of a loved one who wore the uniform. Beau Biden, son of the president, was an Army National Guardsman from Delaware who spent nearly a year in Iraq in 2008. At 46 years old, he passed away in 2015 from brain cancer. Approaching the tomb of the unknown soldier with Veterans Affairs Secretary Dennis McDonough, Biden and Harris seemed grave. During the playing of the national anthem prior to the wreath-laying and again thereafter as taps sounded, they bowed their heads in respect, following a reception at the White House for veterans and military community members. The President and First Lady, together with Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, left for the sacred burial site across the Potomac River from Washington. Although Biden had spoken with Trump and Harris over the phone, this was the first public appearance by the Vice President and Harris together since last week's election, when Trump defeated him. Wednesday is the planned White House visit by the president-elect. Harris and Emhoff paid their respects at a gravestone before leaving the cemetery. Nobody from the White House has said who is laid to rest there. Following the Veterans Day ceremony, Biden returned to Delaware to see the dedication of a memorial plaque in honor of his son, who passed away, at Claymont. In Wilmington, Biden also paid his respects